It's Nolan. What's going on, beautiful people? It's the kid J Nolan here. Welcome back to another episode of Inside the Industry, your number one source for music, entertainment, commentary, and breakdowns. Hope everyone is doing well today. Now, in this episode of the show, we're going to be getting into Tommy Richman. Okay. Now, y'all know about a week or so ago, a couple weeks ago, Tommy Richman came out via Twitter to make the definitive statement that he is not a hip hop artist. Apparently, people have been calling him a hip hop artist ever since Million Dollar Baby took off. And it seems that he got a little bit frustrated being lumped into the crowd of hip hop when he says he is a singer, right? Apparently, when all of this took place, West Coast DJ Head said, "Hey, is there anybody out there that is happy and proud to be a hip hop artist? I now have 2 open slots for my DJ sets." And I believe he was referring to Million Dollar Baby from Tommy Richman and The Devil Is a Lie by Tommy Richman being removed from his DJ sets because it's like, hey, I've been playing you alongside other hip hop artists. I might as well take you out of the hip hop playlist that I'm curating and playing out live. Okay. Him and DJ Head went back and forth a little bit, and Tommy Richman decided that he wanted to clarify and say, "Hey, I didn't mean it that way, guys. Please don't put me in the Post Malone category. I'm just saying I'm not just a hip hop artist. But you came out and definitively said I am not hip hop." Right? I had some people that spoke on that in the original video that I did. They were like, "Hey, I don't hear hip hop when I hear Tommy Richman. I get it. He's singing." Right? However, now that we've had that conversation, everybody's gotten their thoughts out. Tommy Richman and his team have decided to submit Million Dollar Baby, the very song that was not supposed to be identified as hip hop to begin with. It's now been submitted to compete for rap Grammys. Wonder what that's about. So they say the TikTok hit spent 22 weeks on top of Billboard's R&B chart. And I believe the R&B chart is a R&B / hip hop chart. I don't believe that they have a regular just R&B chart. They might though. And the news comes 2 weeks after Richman claimed he is not a hip hop artist, right? So Million Dollar Baby has been submitted for best rap song and best melodic rap performance. So they submitted it for 2 categories. They say if nominated for rap awards, Richman's Jam will be competing alongside hits like Kendrick Lamar's Not Like Us, Future Metro Boomin, and Kendrick's Like That, Megan Thee Stallion's Hiss, 21 Savage Red Rum, Glorilla's Yeah Glow, and Carnival by Kanye West and Ty Dolla $ign. Once again, Million Dollar Baby spent 22 weeks on top of Billboard's Hot R&B charts and was dethroned by The Weeknd and Playboi Carti's Timeless last week. Okay, so that was just the regular R&B charts. They say Richman's track topped Billboard's Hot R&B / hip hop songs chart for 3 weeks and peaked at number 2 on the all genre Hot 100 chart. So let's just take a little break here. In the midst of us saying that he is not a hip hop artist, he was on the hip hop and R&B charts nonetheless. So if that was the case from the beginning, if he would have came into the game rightfully saying, "Hey, I'm not a hip hop artist. I don't even qualify him as an R&B artist. I would say he's making some groovy pop shit." If that's what you want to put him in the category for, if that's, if you need something, because pop artists will take pieces from a lot of different things. Pop artists pull from R&B, they pull from funk, they pull from country and make it more palatable to certain ears. That's what Taylor Swift and all of them started doing, right? They pull from hip hop. They pull from the producers in hip hop and try to get some of that bounce that we are so known for, the 808s and shit like that. Katy Perry's done it, right? I don't recall, y'all could correct me if I'm wrong. I don't know if Katy Perry has found herself at the top of R&B and hip hop charts just because she collaborated with some hip hop producers. I don't know. Maybe so. So this whole I'm not hip hop thing, it does have further ramifications than just what he identifies himself as, because he was dominating in the black music, R&B, hip hop categories, right? And again, I don't see him as R&B either. He didn't even say he was R&B. He just said, I'm a singer. But whatever. You want to put him in, you want to say he sounds kind of like Brent Faiyaz, that's cool. Neither one of them can really sing. That's cool. Now, furthermore, they state a representative for Richman didn't reply to an email seeking comment. First round voting for the 2025 Grammys ended Tuesday. Nominations will be announced on November 8th, and final voting will be taking place between December 12th through January the 3rd. The live show will air on February 2nd from the Crypto.com Arena in Los Angeles. All right. So we've still got a few more months before we figure out what's going to happen, if he ends up in the final nominations or what. Okay. Once again, he tried to come back and clarify his statement, but I think he said exactly what he wanted to say, very loud and clear. I'm not a hip hop artist. He should not be considered in hip hop categories. And that's just what it is, right? Now, the man that he originally spoke with on Twitter, Mr. DJ Head, TMZ caught up with him as he was coming out from filming one of his shows. And this is what they had to say about the situation, from the hip hop classification to his team now submitting for rap Grammys.
What's going on with Tommy?
Tommy
Richman?
Tommy Richman. Oh yeah. Apparently he's not a hip hop artist. That's what he said. That's what he told me on Twitter.
What do you think about him saying that? I mean, he clarified and said that he's not solely a hip hop artist.
Yes, he did clear it up. I want to show him grace. I don't necessarily know that he knows what he's doing. He's new here to the entertainment industry.
He's trolling us. Either he's trolling or his team don't know what they're doing.
Really?
Yeah.
Do you think that his team is just trying to pimp hip hop?
No, I don't think they're trying to pimp. Maybe. I think it's possible, but I'm familiar.
She said it.
You said
I'm just asking the question.
Pimp hip-hop.
You feel like he's playing in the culture's face, like Rob Markman said?
Shout out to Rob Markman. That's my guy. I don't know if he's playing in the culture's face, but I think I'm gonna be honest with you. I think he really doesn't know what he's doing. He doesn't know that he's aware. I think that it might be like his team kind of like moving him in certain directions and stuff like that. I think him not putting his two biggest records that I play on the radio on his album is a mistake. But him then doubling back and submitting that, or not him, but whoever on his behalf, submitting those records to be, $1 Million Baby to be considered for a Grammy is interesting.
It's all a rollout.
It's all a rollout.
I mean, what are the chances?
Rollout.
Do you think he has a chance to win Best Rap Song?
Hell no.
White privilege.
Really?
She might think so. I don't think so.
What do you think?
I think they're trolling us.
If he wins Best Rap Song, it's because just for simply white privilege.
If he wins Best Rap Song, it makes no sense because he just told us that he's not a rapper.
Do you feel like the Grammys should not have him in that category?
I think the Grammys will consider those recent tweets.
Yeah.
You think so?
Hopefully.
We'll see.
I don't think if the right people is in the room.
I don't think he stands a chance. I think either Shabuzi or Kendrick is going to get it.
So it's not even worth it.
It don't even matter. Yeah, it don't matter.
But I mean, just for the conversation's sake, if he's saying he's not a hip hop artist, then why should the Grammys consider him? Like, what's your message to the Grammys?
Who else is nominated?
Kendrick.
Well, it's not nomination season yet. There's considerations.
They're being considered, but he's up against like Kendrick.
But if he said that he doesn't want to be a hip hop artist, then he shouldn't be in hip hop category.
Not Like Us is the best rap song to drop this year.
You think that'll win?
100%.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
It better win. And it's a diss track. That's hip hop history right there.
Do you feel like any of the stuff coming from Tommy is malicious or ill intent?
Tommy does not know what his team is doing.
I don't think Tommy Richman has malicious intent. I've said that on the air and stuff like that. I don't think he has malicious intent, but I think he's misstepping.
But you don't think it's a slap in the face to the culture?
I don't think it's a slap in the face. I think that maybe he should consult people.
Yeah. Or his team should consult him.
Would you be open to having a conversation with him?
Yeah, I gave him my number. He just texted me today. Like, we have back and forth.
Yeah.
And I called him one day to have the conversation with him.
Yeah.
Just as a big homie in the game type thing.
Yeah.
But we haven't had that conversation. I'm looking forward to it though. We'll see what happens.
All right, so that was DJ Head and Gina View. Shout out to Gina View. She's been putting work in, and she puts on actual rap artists with her ciphers out in the West Coast. Sway has hired her to put together ciphers over there at Sirius XM Shade 45 and stuff like that. So shout out to her for actually platforming real live hip hop, R&B, and rap artists. You know what I'm saying? Because she really be in the trenches with the musicians, right? Whatever though. And like I said, originally when this song came out, it was right in the midst of the Kendrick Lamar and Drake battle. Everywhere, every day when I went to go play either song, once they were on streaming platforms, that $1 Million Baby, that joint had a nice budget behind it to where every time Not Like Us went off, or I played Meet the Grams and it went off, that song was being aligned to hip hop, right? So you can say what you want, because I know that there's some people out there that are gonna back him because they like his records, or maybe they believe in, some sort of altruistic values that would benefit him, and that's all good and gravy. But no, you could just stay where you at, brother. He's got a big deal over there with Pulse Records, which is one of the biggest indie publishing companies in the record business. So to me, they would know how to label his music properly, because that's the name of their business. They would know how to properly put this together, right? Because when you go and look up his project, it's under Pulse Records. Again, they're not a traditional label, but they do sign artists, writers, and producers, and they have a hand in the release of the actual music. So they could have advised him on how to present himself, right? But I think at one point in time, he identified himself as a hip hop artist, or at least hip hop adjacent, hip hop enough, right? But then once he started getting some shit popping, which only took a few months, he wanted to separate himself from the rest of the pack. So why don't you exist in separation? That's all I'm saying. Why'd your team go and submit it? Again, Pulse Records should know, if it's not hip hop, let's go in a category where we can be identified properly. I don't like it. All right, but I'm not going to dwell on that for too long. Next up in the show, we're going to get into a real hip hop artist, or at least a real rapper, Gucci Mane, who's deciding to let go of the majority of his 1017 label after checking out his P&L sheets and seeing the financials on his label. I guess the artists that he's got signed that are in the flesh with us today, they're not generating enough money for him. Therefore, he's saying, you niggas can go. Okay? Pack your bags. You ain't got to go home, but you got to get the fuck up out of here. All right? Let's go ahead and pull up the footage of Gucci Mane letting everyone know. He claims that he at least had a conversation with the artist on his label before coming to the internet. But here's what he had to say about the situation.
Hey, what's up, y'all? Listen, I wanted to make this announcement on 1017 yesterday, but I just seen like my statement, my P&L with all my artists. It's almost like a whole bunch of shakeup, and it's a whole shit show in the industry right now. But when I look at my P&L and me being a businessman, I think that I'm gonna have to release almost all my artists except for Pooh Shiesty and Fujiano. This is a decision I didn't want to make. I thought about it, you know what I'm saying? I could keep all of them under the contract. But I said, hey, fuck it. Let's just make the unselfish decision and, let them take their talents elsewhere. So today, you know what I'm saying, I already reached out to all of my artists, you know what I'm saying, to their lawyers and whatever, and let them know that they're free to take their talents elsewhere. And I'm still looking for new talent to pair up with, you know what I'm saying, Pooh and Fu, and that's where I'm gonna put my focus, and I just wish them the best, and I just want to let everybody know that, because, hey, that's where we at.
All right, Mr. Gucci Mane. It's already been enough put out there about Gucci and this label, this 1017 label, the new 1017 movement. It seems that this label is literally a graveyard. Just about everybody that's signed to his company has either found themselves, unalived in some form or fashion, in jail, shot, found in legal troubles. So it seems that a lot of the people that he's signing were probably not meant to be signed artists to begin with. You know, he came out not too long ago and was trying to tell people, well, you know, I look for these artists and I go into these really rough areas and I give people these opportunities because nobody else is going to give it to them, right? But who's to say that they're actually real artists? Who's to say that they're actually real rappers, right? Because I haven't seen you really align with too many. Enchanted was very talented, though. I'll give you that. But you're basically signing these people and then they don't do nothing. You're not really backing them. Artists have come out on your label and literally dissed you and been like, yo, man, what the fuck is going on? What am I doing here? But now all of a sudden you want to let the entire label go. And you say you're still looking for talent, even though you couldn't even develop the ones that you had under your wing. Why would you look at your P&L sheet and say, I got to get rid of artists? And then be like, I'm still looking for new niggas. You ain't going to do nothing but go out and get the same caliber of niggas that you had before. And you're going to find yourself in this position all over again. What you going to do? Start signing and dropping niggas every 2 years? Makes no sense to me. Okay? Now, as it pertains to Mr. Gucci, right? His label and all of his labels in every iteration over the years has gone through many chapters, right? Originally named 1017 Brick Squad, this was a company founded in 2007, and its roster included artists such as Waka Flocka Flame, shout out to Waka, OJ the Jew Man, yeah, you know what I mean? In 2020, he rebranded to the new 1017, and he signed artists such as Pooh Shiesty, Big Scar, Fujiano, Hot Boy West, K Sade, Hood Rich Pablo Juan, and Roll Boy. Okay? Now, Gucci said he's going to keep Pooh Shiesty and Fujiano on the label. Everybody else can pack up and go. Right? But again, unfortunately, most of the artists originally signed to this company, they've either been dropped, sent to prison, or are now deceased. Big Scar died in 2022. Also got Enchanting, who passed away earlier this year in June. Right? In 2022, Pooh Shiesty was sentenced to 5 years in prison, and Fujiano was also handed a 5-year sentence in 2021. So it's still going to be some time before these two artists that you're leaving on the label even get a chance to come home. They're basically artists you don't have to invest no money into, and people still like their music. They're playing it. So they're bringing you profits without having to do any work out here. I don't even think Gucci gives a fuck if these niggas come home. Right? Because he don't got to put no new money in their pocket. It's just all streaming money. It's craziness. But you know, best wishes to everybody that is either formally signed to Gucci that's being released. Hopefully y'all could go find yourselves some other situations. Hopefully y'all could build your own independent empire and, you know, take something, whatever you learned, and apply it to your future. But this is one of the reasons why signing with other rappers is always a volatile decision to begin with. Gucci Mane is no longer as big as he was at one point. You know, just focusing on his own career, I'm sure, is a little bit more on his plate than he can handle, right? Because he's an in-demand, you know, street rapper. But he's not like in demand to the point where he's making like super huge moves. So he's got to keep the money coming in. He's still doing shows. He's still doing all of the shit that y'all would be doing. Y'all would be doing nothing but basically tagging along, getting to open up for him and do your little 3 to 5 minute segments. And y'all gonna be doing that shit for the rest of y'all career. Right? So yeah, I think it's about time he gets out of the artist business. You know, he's helped a lot of artists come to the limelight, but most of those artists, they went on to do other deals. Like, he's good at, you know, getting with people, studio day-to-day shit, but signing paperwork, no, because he gave a lot of artists access to his studio to come in and record, right? And niggas start putting shit together. All right, I'll stand next to this artist. We'll do collabs and shit like that. Those are not the characteristics that you need from a record label. Those are the characteristics you need from like a good A&R. You know what I'm saying? Somebody who can match you up in the studio with producers. Somebody who could find you the people to feature with. And an A&R is actually, it's an important position. It's an overlooked position. It's an overoccupied position in the industry these days where people don't even know how to fulfill those responsibilities. But if he wanted to be an A&R for a larger company, I think that would be good for him. But signing acts to navigate their career, nah. I don't think that's the move. So that's why I say signing with an artist is a very volatile thing. If the artist isn't like in retirement phase where it's like, nah, you're going to be the primary objective, or, you know, like a Rock Nation situation when Jay-Z first started it, he was still putting music out pretty consistently, but they were putting together a super team of people that were already in business with him for years. You know what I'm saying? To be like, all right, I'm signing you to the company, but my company is handling all of your whereabouts. And I've got professionals that have been in the industry doing these things to help you. We can get you the endorsements. We could get you on tour. We could get you here. We could get you there. That makes sense. But if you're basically running a company and the success of the company is hinged upon Gucci Mane himself, like, we don't even know how good he is at his own business, right? He's had a beneficial career. We do know that much. We know he was able to do things independently before Atlantic got involved with his situation. But when it comes to others, it ain't really panned out as well. Waka had to go off and do other deals. You know what I'm saying? When Waka really resurfaced back in like 2014, 15-ish, you know, and started doing interviews and stuff, he was talking about how he had signed bad publishing contracts, how the label he was formerly signed to didn't want to give him back access to his YouTube channel, the same YouTube channel with all of his music and everything like that, which would have been a great launching pad for him to go independent and release his music through that very YouTube channel with his name, his face on it. He like, shit, man, they don't even want to give me my goddamn YouTube back. I got to rebuild, start from scratch. I'm like a whole new artist. If your label head was guiding you the proper way, you probably wouldn't have found yourself in that position. That's all I'm saying. But let me know what y'all think of all this down below in the comments. Be sure to like and share this video. It's light news day, so we gotta make do with what's out there. I can't create shit from a rabbit in my ass now. But let me know what y'all think about this down below in the comments. Be sure to like and share this video. If this is your first time seeing me on YouTube, go ahead and subscribe to the channel, become an insider, and I will catch y'all on the next one. And hopefully by the onset of this week, we'll have some more interesting topics to talk about. All right, much love and respect, y'all. Peace.
King of my city in cul-de-sac. Coming out swinging like soldier rags. Leading my people like quarterback. Boy, I study this shit, I'm an almanac. Had to get up and grind. Knowledge is booming, I'm here to apply. Came with the chip and the dip, it just single the mind. We finna do more than survive. I need my check. Spinning the block for the Gouda. We hitting the jeweler to flood out the net. We don't do beef on computers, I'm straight out the sewer. We come when you rest. Niggas be looking perplexed, so keeping my foot on their neck. No map, I trust my gut for the quest. With drama, I'm fully abreast. I was ready for years and they doubted me. All of a sudden they tell me they proud of me. I been dropping these haters like calories. Cross them out, I came back with some battery. Stand for my honor, but too raw, no corner. Packing the stick with a drummer. Wanna catch my bad, won't fumble. I done came too far to be humble.